Today I will quickly talk about the MayRentManagement and it's the authentication feature. So for the authentication, we have the application. It will what it does is that it will first it's doing the login, and then there's a sign up, and then there's approve it by the CMS and admin. So if we look at the approval process first, which we have in the admin page and in the index, it has a function to approve user, and that function is at the bottom, which showing here that the approved user. So here we display if there's an unapproved user, we actually going to display all the information, and then if we approve it, we click that we approve them, and it's gonna connect to the database and just approve that user. So that's after they sign up. So if we look at the sign up process, what happens is when we in the full page and in the page administrating, so we have it switching the controller, and this is a method to handle login controller, and so it display the based on the router and based on if the user logged in or not. But here you have the thing which is to actually this is a login process, so it's using an add it's using an add component, and the add component is taking the so the current controller would be the login controller, so it's going to use that, and then when this component when this when it listens to this authorized success, then it will switch the controller. So if it's logged, and then it switch to user or authorizing switch to the authorizing controller, and then the route would be the dashboard route. So we go to dashboard, otherwise it's just gonna come back to login. So this is when you log out kind of things. So yeah, and then it's giving that permission. And so the add controller is actually we are going to hook up the add controller. So the add controller is that we have the add and edit. So it's in the full page where add and edit. So the add is basically just this is a login form based on the user. So it's only like there's more information. And then as a success, then it just emit the authorized successful, which controller it is, and it authorized for every single thing. And then yeah, so the only one that the top gonna grab it, otherwise that process gonna be just emit without nobody taking care of it. Yeah, and then yeah, that's when it's successful. And so if we have a look at the general edit, so if we look at it, it's very the template for it is very basically quite short because it has the mixing, because it's they are using quite similar. So in the edit mixing, we have this one. So yeah, so it's just taking the data, some validation, and then it just populate a field. Basically, it just grab the thing from the data, grabbing any validation that it needs, and then yeah, I put it in there, and then also yeah, the template just using the user input, and then grab if not data, otherwise, and then there's some submit form. Basically, try to submit to the right one, so everything is quite similar. So if you look at general edit, so this is basically the template for both of them, because they're both using different form and stuff, so they're quite using similar things. So get the object, either populate if it's not edit, then it just do nothing. Why? Otherwise it just otherwise it was that populating the whole form. So yeah, so in the login, it's just grabbing and populate the whole form, on, and it just returned with nothing actually. So yeah, so yeah, that's basically, then it's gonna put a login form, and then that data comes back to the database, and then when the user approves, they will be able to log in. So yeah, I guess that's basically a little bit about what happens with this feature and how it's been done. Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you next.